I'm Bill DeFoy, and I'm joined by my good friend and colleague, Paul Montgomery. And Paul, we are in Pasadena for a very special event.
Yes, it's the Linux 14 Expo. This is a new venue for them. We've got some old vendors or vendors that have been here with us for years. We have some vendors that have first-time exhibitors here, some recognizable brand names like Facebook, Hewlett-Packard, Walt Disney, Warner Brothers, and a plethora of other choices to visit. And we have an opportunity to get lots of freebies and goodies and different things, and we can go inside and see what they have to offer.
Well, that's great. And tell us who you are and what you're doing here at the convention.
We're here with Beachbody. Beachbody is a wellness and technology company. We've got about 1,000 employees and a tech team of about 300, and so we use Linux systems, Linux open source, and so we are here to hopefully, meet some new people, some people who might be or want to work at Beachbody, and just to sort of, get our name out there and let people know that we're here.
Wonderful. Now, what is the technology that you're incorporating?
We are on a Linux, we're a Linux OS and Linux CentOS right now. We're in the process of implementing Oracle ATG. We're on a LAMP stack environment as well, and we have, we're actually starting a couple of new teams up, and we're in the process of taking some legacy technologies and moving them onto new, more current platforms. Our BI team is going to be moving to some open source technologies. Potentially it could do Mongo, I'm not sure yet because those decisions haven't been made, but we will be updating all of our systems so that we are more current with what we do and how we use technology.
All right, so if people wanted more information, how can they go about getting a hold of you?
You can reach us at, you can reach me at lhathaway@beachbody.com. You can go to our site, www.beachbody.com. We also have, you can follow us on Twitter at Beachbody Technology is our handle. And we have a job site on beachbody.com. We post on LinkedIn. Pretty much, you can call us.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You.
And we're visiting with Ron, and you're with what company?
I am with the Hybrid Group. We're a software development consultancy based here in Los Angeles, and we do a lot of work in open source. Some people have called us the software company that makes hardware companies look good.
Oh, there you go. Now, what is behind you going on?
So here we're demonstrating our open source robotics and Internet of Things software, Scale14x. And it's a little toy demo called Toy Hub. Toy Hub is like an Xbox, but outside the box, and it's using the Sphero Ollie robots along with a Bluetooth low energy laser tag setup.
And so people can actually play laser tag with these robots.
Yes, and not just that, but you can also program one of the 43 different hardware and software platforms that Scale14x currently supports. Our mission is to make it as easy to do robotics and Internet of Things development as it is to do web development.
Excellent. So if people wanted more information, Ron, how could they go about getting that?
Well, go check out our website at Scale14js.com. That's Scale14js.com.
Excellent. All right, Ron, thank you so much. And we're visiting with Brian. Brian, tell us a little bit about your booth.
Okay, so this is the Hackaday booth. We have a project hosting website. We have a little, blog thing. Community over 100,000 people. And what we basically do is just build hardware. We do cool stuff with hardware. If you want to, I think best shot would be this guy right here. If you want to go over to the PyDP8. Every year we have a Hackaday prize where people build cool hardware, and the winner will win a trip to space. So we actually send people to space.
Wonderful.
Building hardware, yeah.
Excellent.
So just as far as open source goes, we are heavily into open source. We applaud everybody that doesn't get a patent for their next invention. And so if people wanted more information, Brian, about your organization, how can they go about doing that? Well, they can go to hackaday.com. That's our little blog thing. Or we have hackaday.io. That's our community-based site where people can, build projects and get everything together there. So, yeah.
We're visiting with Rob. Rob, tell us a little bit about your exhibit.
Okay, well, we're Moogsoft, and what we do is we sell software for IT ops and DevOps teams so they can troubleshoot and manage the incidents that happen in their environment faster. And we use machine learning so that we can pull in events and alerts and alarms across the entire environment and reduce the noise and do correlation so that they can very quickly solve these problems.
So if people wanted more information, how could they find out more?
Well, certainly they can go to our website, moogsoft.com. They can hopefully be here this weekend and talk to us because we've got product demos and technical experts here. But if you're not here, check out our website.
Wonderful. Rob, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, so we're visiting with Sean. And Sean, tell us a little bit about what you do.
I'm a release engineer for Data Robot. Data Robot is a machine learning company. So we automate all data learning. We make it really accessible, really fast, and really accurate. And I don't do any of that stuff myself because I'm a release engineer, so I'm not a data scientist. But yeah.
All right, so if people wanted more information, how could they go about getting that?
They can go to datarobot.com and check out the website, or they can come by the booth, and we have these lovely data sheets here that you can look at.
All right, very good. Sean, thank you so much. All right, so we're visiting with Justin. Justin, tell us all about Media Temple in about 2 minutes.
Sure. Media Temple is a web hosting company based in Culver City. We've been around for over 15 years, and we cater to customers from mom and pop shops all the way up to massive companies that need scalable builds. And we love to participate in the community, so every year we like to sponsor Scale and come out here, hang out with everybody, and get to know the community.
So if people wanted more information about Media Temple, how can they go about doing that?
Sure, you could just go to mediatemple.net, which is our website, and you can pretty much link off from there. We have blogs where we have lots of educational stuff about programming, and you can get plenty of info on there.
All right, Justin, thank you so much.
Thank you.
With Gary here at FreeBSD, tell us about what you're doing and why you're here at the Linux convention.
Well, what we've done is taken FreeBSD and used it as a base for two of these products we have here. One is FreeNAS, which is an open source SAN and file sharing product, and the other is PCBSD, which is a desktop-friendly, desktop-ready with KDE and whatever other desktops you want, FreeBSD-based distribution.
All right, so if people wanted more information about your company, how can they go about doing that?
They can go to freenas.org or pcbsd.org.
All right, very good. Gary, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Good to see you out here. All right, so Isaac, tell us a little bit about Sumo Logic.
Well, Sumo Logic is a cloud-based log management solution. What that means is we can collect and centralize all of your log data in one place. We can get it from anywhere, any cloud device, server, hardware, sensor, anything that's in a text format and has a timestamp, we can collect into our service. We encrypt it, cache it, and compress it, put it up into AWS in our cloud. Up there we have all the compute power storage you'll ever need. We can analyze all your data. We can run searches in the background, alerting you of any kind of problems with our outlier detection. We can actually reduce the mean time to identify problems up to 90%, and it's just a great way to be kind of a great full stack visibility across everything in your environment, and we've been helping a lot of customers, and we're up to about 1,000 now.
Wonderful. Now, tell us about your website and where people can get more information.
So sumologic.com, you can download a free trial, sumologic.com/free. There's a lot of DevOps people here as well, so it's sumologic.com/DevOps.
All right, Isaac, thank you very much.
Hey, thank you.
Jesse, tell us a little bit about the Rubicon project.
So the Rubicon project is basically an automated cloud market for buyers and sellers of advertising to connect. So we have like a real-time bidding engine that allows buyers and sellers to trade within 80 milliseconds for each transaction.
That sounds very fast.
It does, doesn't it?
It does. So if people wanted more information about the Rubicon project, where can they go?
They go to rubiconproject.com. We have our website there, we have demos, and we have a lot of information more about the company there.
So what would they see in the demonstration on the website?
They would see demonstrations for buyer and seller cloud. So whether you're a buyer of advertisements or you're a seller, you would see both facets there.
All right, Jesse, thank you so much. All right, so we're visiting with Sam. Sam, you're out here, you're with Microsoft, you're at the Linux convention. What are you doing out here?
Well, I got to tell you, this was kind of weird to me. I've been at Microsoft 15 years, and when I had this opportunity to come and help out at the Linux conference, that night I had a nightmare. Clippy came and visited me. But really what we want to do is make sure people understand this is a new Microsoft, and we're really about open source. We have a lot of open source products. Also, Linux runs very nicely on Azure. It's a first-class citizen. Many flavors of Linux are running on there by default, and CentOS, Ubuntu, those kind of things. If you want to upload, sysprep your own Linux image, you could do that. I'm not quite sure how to do that, but you certainly can do that. Also, Java, you can use Tomcat. We have free platform as a service that you can incorporate using your Java, MySQL, or MySQL with Java and Tomcat. And you can do this very quickly.
So it sounds like Microsoft is really expanding their horizons here.
I don't know if I'd say that, but we want people to understand that Linux, certainly a great product. The open source community has a lot of energy and innovation, and we want to be part of that.
All right, so if people wanted more information, how can they go about doing that?
Well, they certainly can come by our booth. We have a number of $100 Azure cards that we can give out, and that's a real $100. You can use it however you want on Azure, and by all means, I would come by and get that trial version. Also, if they want to try Azure for 30 days, you can also go to Azure, the Azure site, and sign up for 30 days. You use your credit card. There's no cost to your credit card, and you get up to, I think it's $150. It varies from time to time. About $150 worth of Azure over 1 month. So that's one way you can get in there at no cost to you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Sam.
Thank you.
All right, so Andrew, tell us a little bit about your company and what you're doing out here at the Linux convention.
Well, I'm just a community member for OpenSUSE. I just happen to be running the GNOME booth this year, which we did actually last year. And so I go and I help out every year here at the event and stuff like that.
So what kind of information are you giving out?
We're giving information about like GNOME a little bit, like in KDE, and like why would you may want to use those as well as talking to people about OpenSUSE, because we are part of that booth as well.
So tell us about the functions of GNOME, if you could.
Excuse me?
Tell us about the functions of GNOME.
GNOME? It looks like macOS. It happens to be pretty slick, especially on OpenSUSE. It happens to be pretty nice looking. There's a lot to do with it. Yeah.
All right, very good.
It's easy to use, stuff like that.
All right. So if people wanted more information, where would they go?
GNOME.org, I guess. Yeah.
All right, very good. Thank you very much, Andrew.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, so Robinson, we're talking about Office Libre here. Perhaps you can give our
LibreOffice.
LibreOffice.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk a little bit about LibreOffice and what does it do?
Sure. So LibreOffice is a free open source office suite that has a number of different components for word processing, for spreadsheets, making presentations, a component for drawing, so largely vector graphics drawing, a math module for formulas, and a database component as well. So for example, at Scale here, the large majority of all the presentations will be done in LibreOffice Impress in the presentation component.
It sounds like you're combining Excel and Microsoft Word into one product.
Right. So there are different modules, there are different components to LibreOffice, and those have similar components to what you'd find in Microsoft Office or Google Docs. But the product's been around for a very long time, and again has some similar functionality to other Office suites.
So what does the latest version include?
Right. So the latest version includes a number of different improvements. We're continuously improving our import filters. We're continuously improving some of our newest additions, such as our version for Android. So the suite has supported desktops on Linux, on Mac OS X, and on Windows for many years. But we've recently expanded that to have a mobile version for Android, and we're currently working on an online version. So that's going to be something that you can run on a server and then have a number of users viewing it through the browser.
So for people that aren't able to come down to the Linux Expo this year, how can they find out more information about your product?
Sure. So you can go to our website, LibreOffice.org, and we have a large number of people. Here's our little sticker that we have here at the at Scale. But we have a large number of people working on all aspects of the project. So if people are interested in not only downloading LibreOffice and using it for free, they can join us in one of our teams doing development, doing translation. I do a lot of work in QA, testing and quality assurance. We have people working in documentation and in a whole host of different groups with outreach, helping out with hackfests and so forth. So there's really a whole bunch of different roles for everyone to get involved in the project and not just use the software, but improve it as well.
Excellent. Well, I thank you for your time.
Oh, well, thank you for interviewing us, and we really relish the opportunity to tell more people about LibreOffice because there are, I think, a lot of people out there who are looking for a tool that not only is free is in cost to download, but also really respects your freedom as free open source software. So we love telling more people about it and having them have an opportunity to try us out.
Wonderful. I thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Okay, take care. Well, Garrett, tell us a little bit about Kodi TV.
Kodi TV, our add-ons are a way for people to stream content into Kodi. They're just simple Python scripts that the people in the community have written, and people that use Kodi want to watch their streams, and they write plugins for them, share them on the internet, so you can find plugins for so many different sites.
Give us some examples.
I just showed off an example. It's not a video plugin, it's actually a game plugin where you can stream over 10,000 games from the Internet Archive and play them in Kodi.
I noticed just a few moments ago that you had Super Mario Brothers. That's a classic.
Indeed. In fact, that's my baby. I'm working on getting games to play in Kodi. So instead of just streaming content, you'll also be able to do games.
Excellent. So if people wanted more information about Kodi, where can they go?
We have a website. It's Kodi.tv. We have absolutely no business cards. People usually contact us. They find us. So website's probably the best way to get in touch with us.
Wonderful. Okay, thank you very much.
Great, thank you.
And Paul, this has been an exciting day here in Pasadena.
Yes, this is the first day of a 3-day exhibit here in Pasadena. It's the 14th annual, as we talked about earlier, Linux Expo, and we got to talk to some great vendors. Some of them we announced at the beginning of our intro to the programming here today. And which one, you talked to one of them quite a while. Which one was your favorite visit?
Well, that was LibreOffice. And that is open source, and it's like Microsoft Word, but it's a free word processing and accounting software that you can actually download for nothing right off the internet.
And you can distribute it for free. So if you've got a copy of it, you can share it with your friends, and the